Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another round of PRL Performance Racing League in midweek tier. I'll be one of your hosts for tonight, Hoop BK. I am joined for the first time by Tar Heels. Welcome, Tar Heels. Thanks for joining me. Oh, please, flattery's not going to work on me. Don't pull that. All right, so round 6 of the championship, season 14. We are at Albert Park, Australia this time. Always a fun track, always a good race, I'd say, and definitely a fun lap. So hopefully one of these guys will come out soon, and we can get a little bit of a lap breakdown. Let's see, we actually got JDJ. I'll hop over to him. And I need to get the link dropped in our chat real quick. JDJ, one of the full-timers near the top of our standings. Certainly has a ton of pace in the V-carb. There we go. All right, so JDJ heading out of the final corner, very slippery final corner here at Albert Park. And he will start his lap. I don't have anything on the screen right now. That's totally fine. A tricky turn 1, probably take it in 4th or 5th, right into the first DRS zone. Plenty of overtaking opportunities here, especially in the early going. And a bit of a heavy braking zone. You want a little bit more downforce here through Sector 1, which might hurt you on the rest of the track, but it's definitely a bit tricky if you're trying to go with lower wings. Down to the second, or I guess third DRS zone. And I love this corner that we're coming up to now. It's like a downshift to 7th, a little flick. Another little flick can take a lot of curb on the apex, and if you don't take curb on the apex, you'll definitely get curb on exit. Another little DRS zone that they've added. And a heavy braking zone, probably about 3rd gear. And then another heavy braking zone to set you up for the final corner. This corner takes forever. It's so easy to slide the rears, go all the way out on exit. And JDJ with the first lap of the evening, a 1:16.9. I'm sure we'll see quite a few more lap times in the 1:16s. We're making bets last night. I think 1:15 is possible, a high 1:15 for a pole lap, but we'll see what happens. Tours will join JDJ on the leaderboard. And Gortsauce, there we go, 1:16.8. Oh, and then goes, I was jumping by JDJ, went well wide into a corner. Gortsauce 1:16.8 to the top of the board for now. Pickle Tickle also on the board, just into the 1:18s. Yeah, 19 cars, very busy track. Should be 20, but it says Pixel Knight will join us in qualifying at some point, so we will have a full grid. And yeah, it's been a lot of 18, 19, 20 car grids. It's a hot ticket right now, Midweek is. So very exciting to see. Very exciting that there's so much interest, and who knows, maybe there will be a Midweek Tier 2 at some point in the future. That'd be exciting. So we have times from Ace Edge. Welcome back, Ace. I believe he's in a full-time Alpine seat now. He's at P4. The Red Bulls Spot Up and Bronco, P5 and P6. 8 car setting times so far. Let's see, FBI agent, I believe, had come out to do an installation lap. He is our championship leader, but he is back in the pit lane. Oh, wow, Andy Wu. His first PRL race, I believe, just recently joined the league. He is provisional pole, 116.7. Didn't last very long. Spin and win. One of the fastest drivers in the league over one lap. 116.3, so gets them by about 3.5 tenths. But yeah, welcome, Andy. Way to put a target on your back very quickly. Provisional P2. Just another in a seemingly endless line of fast drivers joining PRL right now. It's like, come on, where's all the midfield guys? Where's all the back markers? We need some back markers too. Hey, if you're slow and you're watching this and you want to race in a league, just hit us up. I believe we have a link to our Discord in the Twitch profile, Twitch channel page. I go, Baggins says, stop talking about me, Hoop. Yeah, you need to... Baggins, we need to see some more of these races so you can run around a P18. There we go. So FBI agent just started his first push lap. I'm going to kind of ride with him for now. Oh, he's actually got the Chrome McLaren livery that the game recently gave everyone. So pretty sweet looking, if I say so myself. And it's a purple Sector 1, at least according to the game, which I don't trust at this point with the timing. I have no idea. I'm sure the next update will break it somehow, and it'll be like poo colored instead of chrome. But we can enjoy looking at it while it lasts. It's like EA's done a pretty good job with this game, but I'm still skeptical of some things. And FBI agent does indeed break into the 115s, a 115.8. So pole lap will be in the 115s. Now, HTL Llama joins him there. Llama still a reserve, but has been on a bit of a tear recently, winning probably the last 4 races. I don't have the results in front of me, but I see a bunch of... Well, I see a lack of ones in the full-timer results page, so I'm assuming that Llama has torn through this tier over the last few weeks that I've missed. Oh, Furzy, which I had missed that. He's up to P3, I believe, also reserving for... Not the first time, he has some points. But I believe the first time I'm seeing Furzy. So welcome, Furzy, to PRL. Oh, we got P3 last week. So it is 4 races. Awesome. Yep, he and FBI Agent have been battling it out, especially in qualifying, and then we'll see a little bit more distance in the races sometimes. But they are putting on a show, and if Llama is able to make the jump to full time, if a seat opens up for him, it'll be quite the championship battle. What is it? Just a couple of points separate them. I don't know how we treat reserve drivers in the championship battle. If a reserve were to have the most points, would they be given the championship? I'm not 100% sure. Which we'll have to throw the asterisk out there if he has more points than the full-time championship leader, but maybe it won't have to come to that. Maybe a seat will open up for him. I am watching a Mr. Obese mode. That's FBI Agent's teammate in the Chrome McLaren. He's 4/10 up through 2 sectors, so looking for... Probably aiming for about P5 right now. That's Gourd Sauce. Good line through the final corner. Doesn't run too wide. And yeah, he will get P5 provisionally. Kuruma actually slots in just behind him. Up to P6. Kuruma also in a pretty good... Well, he's been a lot faster than his results have shown this season, but Kuruma hoping to stay on the right track. He's had an 18th, a 20th, a 7th, a 17th, and an 11th, but he's been running top 8 most races so far. A couple of DNFs thrown in there, an unfortunate disqualification as well. But hey, how's it going, Kid and Petter? Happy you could join us. Still waiting on Pixel Knight to join. Hopefully he'll be able to sneak in under the wire. Oh, Tar Heels, Ramsey says he can't hear you on the stream. In the app, there's a like a privacy setting for voice. Let me see if I can pull up my PlayStation app and pinpoint it. It's the settings gear, and then under party, there's privacy.
Don't share your voice.
Yep. So
right. Hopefully it works now.
All right, here we go. Now we should have Tar Heels and his insight. You guys have been missing great stuff. There we go. Yep, they could hear you now.
Hoop talk to himself. That's it.
I'm pretty sure my first time doing my first time doing comms, I think I was with Lucasade, and for half of it's like the first half of the race, no one could hear me. So it's just Lucasade talking.
Appreciate Ramsey for calling that out so that we didn't go the whole race. I'm glad that we were able to get that caught and qualify and get it fixed.
Yeah, if you could turn up your audio at all, or your mic, then go for it, if possible.
All right, yeah, I'll play around and see if I can get that figured out.
I know on the phone it's difficult, but
Yeah, I think it probably will be, but yeah, who knows? I'll look around and see if I can figure it out.
let's see. Oh yeah, he's Ken Petter. He's on the phone. He's got the PC running the game and a PlayStation party on the phone. It's the only way to have this work. Discord and Sony don't want to play nice with each other, I guess, and allow Discord to be shared on stream. So, or I should just nut up and spend $1,000 on a PC. That could also work, but.
Yeah, the alternative is for me to be dusting off my PS4 that I haven't used in like 2 years and using that just for the party.
Right, so I upgraded to PS5, I guess not quite a year ago, and handed my PS4 off to my wife. And we will play together in the same room sometimes, and listening to the PS4 now try to run anything is an experience. Just listening to it, it's like being at an airport. That's literally what it sounds like.
I give my PS3 to one of my kids, and it's like that. It's like every time I hear the thing running in his room, like this thing's about to blow up. There's no way this can be good for it, but it's still running. It's like 20 years old or whatever, and it still works.
We'll turn it on to play Fortnite together, and man, that thing struggles to run Fortnite. Whew. Here we go. Welcome in, Pixel Knight. Glad to have you.
Full grid. How about that?
Full grid. Let's see. I'm trying to see who
It's a
is
full track right now. Everyone's out there trying to set a new hot lap.
pushing currently. I'm going to go to Kuruma, who seems to be finishing a lap. Let's see if it's competitive here. He is P7 on the board. It's pretty tight, but no, he's a couple seconds off, actually. Perhaps providing a tow for his teammate? Oh, wow. Kuruma goes very deep into turn one. I saw that as I went over to Ace, and that was actually the end of the session. It's been a perpetual caution flag on my screen, so I haven't actually been able to see how much time we have left. A lot of cars finishing their laps.
5 guys on lap. You didn't just commentators curse through a rumor there, did you?
That's like, well, yeah, he had gone deep into turn one. I think he just retired the car there or couldn't get it going. Forgot the whole braking aspect of turn one. FBI retires from the session. Llama has invalidated, so he will not improve. Furzy has an invalidated.
The next one, the second time, he goes up to 6th. It's a pretty good lap.
JDJ has invalidated. So I guess Andy Wu is the next one that could possibly improve, but he is on the back of a Red Bull and is 2/10 down. It's like if the Red Bull's on a hot lap, then there's no impeding, but Wu does actually improve. I guess that was Bronco in the Red Bull.
Yeah. Looks like he improved too, maybe?
Bronco found a 10th or so.
I think he was also on a hot lap.
Yeah, jumping around. There's cars spun out. There's a bunch of invalidations. There's cars right on the back of each other. Impeding, not impeding. DNF. So it got very hectic here. Couldn't really keep up with everything that was going on, but...
Yeah, I think we had just about every car on track there the last couple of minutes. Yeah, everyone in a hurry to get that last lap time in. But I think those two times by FBI and Llama, those are the times he set earlier on, right?
So yeah, that was I think that's what we were headed for, and there were. I'm honestly surprised there was no improvement at the end of this session from most of like the top eight. Everything kind of
Yeah,
stayed the same
those
there.
they put those 115s on there pretty early and weren't able to get any better than that. Those are good lap times. Just yeah, kind of like you, kind of surprised we didn't see improvement there.
I guess uh it says Pixel Knight's on a hot lap, but there's also 7 seconds remaining in the session, so don't think he'll be able to put down a time in time.
Yeah,
There we
probably
go.
just
Yeah.
glitchiness with the timing where he joined the session.
Let's,
Unfortunately, he'll have to start from 20th, but at least he's getting the start. Glad to see that he'll be on the grid here.
so, Tar Heels, if you want to run us through our grid real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. First place, FBI agent in the McLaren. We'll have HTL Lama in the Williams right beside him. And then going through the rest of the grid here in a hurry before time's up, we got Spin and Win, Furzy, Andy Wu, JDJT, Heavy Chalice, Mr. Obese Mode, Kuruma, and Gortzos rounding out the top 10. Then we've got Ace Edge, Spot Up, and it's done. Got through as many as we could there. Uh, we'll have plenty of time to get through the rest before the race starts.
Ooh, Kobe Plays says his wheel kept disconnecting, and we got to keep an eye out for that in the race. Hopefully, it won't cause any chaos there.
Yeah, let's hope not.
Speaking of which, Kobe Plays starts 13th, Toneless 14th, Noob 15th, Tours 16th, Bronco, Vinny Sips, the Pickle Tickle, and Pixel Knight round out the grid. So drivers will get a couple of minutes to set their strategies, tinker with their setups. Uh, One stop works here. Two stop also viable here, though the softs aren't really fun around this track. So it could be like could be like a medium hard medium if you go for the two
I really
stop.
like with this new game, the different strategies that can play out with the same degree of success. You felt like you were boxed into a strategy with some of the older games, but this one you can see, different things work out in different ways, and I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a bit more variability in the tires now, which is nice. It seemed like it was in previous games it was set that like, oh, the hards are unusable or the softs are like they will disappear far too quickly. There's a little bit more balance in this game. Definitely creates a lot more opportunity for strategy. Let's see. Looking at our drivers now, it looks like a lot of medium hard. Should be a pretty even split here. We'll see for sure once we get the formation lap going. He says, trying to run strat for Andy Wu. We did a race here a couple weeks ago with 3 safety cars somehow. I don't think we've had 3 safety cars in a race like the entire game cycle yet. Like we might get a safety car at some point. I think with Tier 1, they did a race at Monaco, and Monaco safety cars are broken somehow, where like literally there were no safety cars, and there were cars like spun out and DNF'd on the track. So
Yeah, that Monaco race, that was my first race without traction control. That was a good time.
Oh, man.
But looks like we're off. Formation lap.
Let's see. We'll look at the tires real quick. So the top 6 all on mediums. Kuruma in P9 joins them. Spot Up and Kobe Plays also on mediums, and Bronco in P17 on the medium tire as well. Everyone else on the white-walled hards. So what is that, a 6, 7, 8, 9? Literally a 10-10 split. 10 cars on the mediums, 10 on the hards. For those hard drivers, and honestly for the mediums too, the formation lap is pretty important, actually generating some temperature, because, man, cold hards on the start is a rough time. You are a danger to yourself and all those around you. Yeah, Kobe, I did a practice race at Japan a couple of weeks ago, and I recently switched out my monitor, and my monitor turned off. Like, it just went black. I could hear everything in my headset, but there was absolutely nothing on my screen. And when it came back on, after 4 or 5 seconds, I was buried into the wall at turn 1 at Suzuka. So hopefully your monitor does not do that again this race.
Reminds me of the YouTuber We're Gonna Lose. Anyone ever seen him?
It sounds familiar, at least.
Just a gaming troll. He used to troll a lot of NASCAR games, and that was one of his things. He'd say, "Oh, my TV turned off."
All right.
Got everyone on the grid now.
Our huge couple of lights lagging a little bit on my screen, but they are out and we are underway from Australia. Tough start for Furzy in P4, it appears, in the Williams. Good getaway from FBI, but even better for Llama, who gets to the inside. Leave a little bit of room on exit. And Llama has the lead after first corner. We've got a couple of cars shuffle down the order.
A little wide there and lost a couple of spots.
See, Furzy continuing to lose spots. I think Obese Mode and Tours might have gotten into each other. They have fallen to the rear. Always chaos into turn 1, lap 1.
Yeah, it looks like at least everyone's still flowing. Look at some of these cars in the back. I don't see any wing damage. I think everyone's good to go. Just a little bit of shuffling. So unfortunately for those guys, they're going to have a lot of ground to make up, but they are able to keep going. And it's a long race. Plenty of time for anything to happen.
Oh, we are 3 wide into the heavy braking zone. That's Ace, Chalice, and Kobe, I believe. Kobe comes out P8. Chalice and
where he started already.
Yeah, he's on the move. Had that issue in qualifying with the monitor, but has already gained 5 spots. Very, very aggressive on lap 1, but it's racing. Let's see if we can make up some spots and get back into this thing. Furzy has dropped 2, but he had dropped more than that before, so he is making his way back through the field.
He's got been as low as 8, so he's already made up a couple of spots from where he dropped to. He's around the back of Andy Wu right there.
Yep, Wu already falling away from the top 4. Well, really away from JDJ, who's falling away from the top 3. So Wu should be under pressure from Furzy here through the DRS zone. Yeah, DRS overtake, pretty much a slam dunk for Furzy there. And Wu apparently does not, he's racing without force feedback and, quote, wishes for you guys to not judge him too hard. So we will try to keep that in mind, Andy. Ooh, Kuruma was on the back
I
of
don't
that Salvo.
envy that.
Kind of gave a quick look through the field, but back to the front. Llama still holding on to a half-second lead over FBI Agent after he took the lead in turn 1. Spin and win also right behind that Chrome McLaren in P3. It's usually these three. When talking about pulling away from the pack, it's usually this trio. I go FBI all the way to the back and now to the inside. Tough corner to make that overtake, though. He has to back out of it. He'll get another chance with this additional DRS zone. And we'll get to the inside once again. They're still side by side. And Llama still comes out ahead. And Spin and Win has the door opened for him. Runs a bit wide, though, and will not have an opportunity into that corner. So JDJ and P4 is falling away from that front trio, but Furzy and Wu have attached themselves to him. Another little group of three before we see Kobe now up in P7. He has a little train of his own that he is conducting. We're watching him kind of have a big slide into turn 3. It's going to put Chalice in a pretty good position as we head into Sector 2. Some movement behind.
Kuruma there, I think.
Yep, and he's about to lose another one. Toneless catching up to him quickly. And a missed pass for the lead. Let's see if Llama can respond. That's how it goes. Go away from the leaders, there's a pass for the lead. But plenty of time left, and I'm sure those two will continue to be joined at the wing.
Oh yeah, there's no way that'll be our last pass for the lead today. Oh, big slide from FBI there. Did you catch that?
Oh no, I didn't. I went back towards the midfield, but it's a slide.
Yeah, FBI agent had a big slide from out of the last corner. It cost him the lead.
Very, very tricky corner.
Going.
Yeah, it's such a long corner, it seems like. Very easy to lose the rears. If these three still connected, maybe a little bit of a yo-yoing time-wise. Llama almost went wide and into the wall. That little chicane to start Sector 2. Quickly gaining, but not going to make it this time. We do have a pass for P4. That's Furzy getting a DRS overtake on JDJ. He will lead the train now from P4.
Slid back to 8 on the start there, but he's already made back all the spots that he lost. So good 5 laps for him to make back all that ground.
Now, speaking of making up ground, we're looking at Kobe plays in P8, still up 5. It hasn't been able to make up too many more spots in recent laps. He's still within DRS range of Heavy Chalice. Okay, I'm actually looking at Bronco and Noob going side by side down the front straight. Noob in the Haas gets to the inside of Bronco and moves into P14. Bit of a scramble here near the back of the grid. That includes Obese Mode and Pickle Tickle and Tours, who I believe Obese Mode and Tours were the two that were shuffled to the back upon the start. They've made up some time, and Obese Mode looking to make up some positions now.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep an eye on this guy, see how much of a run they can make back up through the field. Beast Mode, he's been with his pack for a couple laps. He's finding it hard to make passes, I guess. He's made one pass so far. But, you know, with everyone in front of him having DRS, it just makes it harder.
Yeah, and the dirty air has a bit more impact in this game as well, so being stuck in that DRS train means your tires are wearing just a touch faster, putting a little bit more heat into them. So it'll kind of hurt him in the long run. He's got to start making some passes soon. Bronco and Noob continuing to battle. And Noob actually dropping some spots. Vinny will get by him, and Obese Mode will get by. So don't know what happened there. Possibly a mistake. And he, wow, missed the turn. He'll drop a couple of spots down to P19. Beast Mode loses a spot to Pickle Tickle as well. Yeah, this is a big cluster back here for P14 back. Those fighting for position and those trying to fight their way back through the field. Maybe a little bit faster pace-wise, but much harder to actually make the pass. Kobe has finally caught Chalice for P7. He goes to the outside as Chalice went defensive and can't make the move there. I don't know any of the turn numbers, so it's hard to pick out exactly where there is, but...
There's too many turns. I can't count that high. There's the first turn and the last turn.
We need Australia to have have turn names like every other course on the calendar. And maybe I'll eventually learn the names, but probably won't.
Memorize a couple of them at least.
So we're both American. Every corner has a number. Yeah, Noob's going to call it quits there. Perhaps got a little bit frustrating there in the battle for the teens. Didn't really see what all happened there, but I did see he lost a couple of spots. As Llama's going to lose a spot to FBI Agent. We have another change for the lead.
Is that for Noob? Looks like the game sent Noob's car back out into the track.
Of course. Why? It's been a couple years. They haven't figured out how to have cars retired in the pit lane stay in the pit lane, but shouldn't cause any safety car intervention at least. Llama has fallen away quickly from FBI Agent. I kind of missed what happened there as I was looking away at the track map, but coming in the pits. He and Spin and Win will come into the pits. JDJ into the pits as well, so this is probably where the 2-stop will come into play. Just a medium hard for Spin. Hard for Llama. And JDJ, can't really see what happened there. Let me... onto the hards as well. So when I did a practice race last night, I pit early, but still did a 1-stop. So I pitted at this time and took the hards the rest of the way. It is possible. You may hate driving it, but a 1-stop is possible from this point, except for those that went hard, which I think a few did go hard to hard. They will need to stop again.
It'd be interesting to see if these guys can pull it off, if that is what they're trying to do.
So FBI Agent released into the lead by himself as his competitors have hit the pit lane. Let's see if he responds here. He doesn't. So still going a bit further on the medium tire. Probably looking for that typical 1-stop window of about lap 13 at this point.
We got Berzie and Kobe coming in this lap.
Yep, both medium runners. Probably looking at a 2-stop strategy as well. And we have a caution out. The yellow flag. Spot up, I believe. Took the long way. Spot up lost it out of the final corner, and it cost him a ton of spots. He will drop to 19th.
Oh yeah, it's too bad. I'm losing all that momentum going down that long straight. It's a number of seconds that you lose. Looks like he's still within DRS range of the Aston Martin in front of him, though, so he can start the charge back up here relatively soon.
Yeah, I wonder at that point if you pit early, if you're spot up, and try to do the one stop from here and just kind of undercut everyone that you were previously battling since you lost all that time. Try to make up a bit more time with the undercut.
That could be a good audible. Let's see if that's what he ends up doing.
See, I'm watching JDJ try to pick his way back through the field. He gets by the Pickle Tickle. Furzy follows him, both on new tires, going against the 9-lap-old hards of the Ferrari. JDJ gets by Bronco as well. Bronco, not a good exit there. Trying to leave some room. Gets out of the way of Furzy. And Llama on the new hard tires sets the fastest lap of the race. 1:19.1. Sure, FBI agent really keeping an eye on that situation.
Looks like Llama's 13 seconds down on the lead. Do you know what the pit delta is here?
23, 24? That's with a big question mark on the end. Somewhere in the 20s. I think at this point FBI is banking on the fact that Llama will have to two-stop. Let me actually double-check that really quick. Oh, yeah, Llama did go medium hard.
Time. Or if he didn't lose time, he's already made up quite a bit. Already within DRS range of Gord, who hasn't stopped yet.
Yeah, Llama really making his way through the field now. It's almost a foregone conclusion he gets by Gord here.
I think he made up 2 seconds to FBI just that lap.
Kuruma hit with the 10-second. So he was already dealing with the penalty for track limits, I believe. But Kuruma now with a 10-second on top of that. And that's kind of been the story for him this season. A lot of pace, but some mistakes kind of taking him out of the running for a higher finish. He slots in at P17.
Hopefully as the season goes on, he can clean some of that up and get some better results. But it's hard to beat having good pace. If you've got that and you can work out everything else, you can have a lot of success here. The battle for second place on the track shaping up here.
Yeah, Wu holding off Chalice through that DRS zone. Thought Chalice might have been able to make a move there, but just too far away. But Wu will give it up. He will head into the pit lane.
Oh, and FBI end, actually. FBI's giving up the lead of the race to come in and I guess he's going to get some hard tires. Still on the medium starters, right?
Yep, so he will try to push to the end now. 12 laps on the mediums, well within that window. Ooh, Llama gets to the inside, and we have a pass for the lead on track. He undercut everyone. Yeah, not wasting any time picking through the field. He is back at the front, getting by the older hards of Heavy Chalice. And yeah, FBI agent going a lot longer than his rival, and he is P6 currently. Oh, you've got a yellow.
Bubble somewhere. Looks like one of the Salvers.
I believe that's
Benny.
Trying to get it going, also trying to stay out of the way. It's gonna be a nice train behind him.
hard medium strategy potentially. Be a little early for him to try to take mediums to the end, I guess. But who knows, maybe he can try it.
So FBI now 10 seconds behind the leader, Llama, and they were attached to each other before the pit cycle. That's just shows how big of an undercut Llama pulled. I think the big question will be, can he take the tires the rest of the way, and does FBI have enough pace to pick his way back through and catch up? Got both of the Red Bulls in the pit lane. Bit of a double stack from the Red Bulls. See if they pull it off. Pulled off pretty well, actually. See JDJ getting by Kobe. They are still attached to each other as they head through that quick high-speed chicane. That was for P8. JDJ with a bit of a penalty attached currently. And further ahead, FBI gets by Toneless, and Furzy also gets by Toneless. That was a big move there. The Mercedes just kind of getting out of the way of those with faster tires, so slot in behind.
Furzy's one of our guys along the two-stop strategy, right? With medium.
I believe so. Take a quick look. Yeah, Furzy went medium. He's actually the only driver to do that. So he and those that have yet to make a pit stop have to pit again.
Yeah, you can see FBI with the hards. It's already gotten past him. There's got more pace at this moment. So that extra pit stop still to go. It's not looking too great for that strategy.
I wonder if he'd try to go medium, soft at this point. I just don't know how good the softs are here if they just come apart too quickly. FBI definitely cutting into the lead now. He's found a couple of tenths this lap now that he has open air in front of him. About 2 seconds to Gord up ahead. And Gord yet to stop as well. He's going to be running those hards a bit further to go hard medium.
Not every strategy works out, but I always appreciate when you have a race where different people are trying different things, and you know, if you're doing the same thing as the car in front of you, then you pass them on the track, and you know, sometimes it's hard to make those passes, but you know, if you try something different, it at least gives you a chance. And like I said, not everything always works out, but it's good to see the different strategies go against each other, and you know, see how they can be employed differently, and see what different effects they have.
Yeah, it's kind of boring when everyone's running medium hard. Good to see some guys try some different things, and it's definitely a way to offset any pace disadvantage you have. Let's try something different, see if it sticks, and if it doesn't, then that's fine. We'll just have to race our asses off. Ooh, we're going to jump up to P2, actually. Thought there was going to be a battle brewing, but Heavy Chalice actually jumps into the pit lane to get rid of his hards.
It's got Gord coming in behind him as well.
So 16 laps on the hards. They'll try to go the rest of the way on mediums. Have a bit of a pace advantage, but they will be a lot lower down the order than they were before the pit cycle. Looks like they will slot in at 10th and 11th, but not too far away from Obese Mode, who still has to pit, and Andy Wu in P8.
Yeah, I think that might actually be around where they were before the whole cycle started. They might have lost a little bit of time, but track or position-wise, I don't think they've really lost anything except that one position for Obese, who's still going to have to stop.
See, Kobe gets by Toneless for P5. Kobe making his way through the field from near the rear. Good recovery drive from him so far. But Toneless still yet to stop. Should be a slam dunk there, and it is. We also were watching FBI agent get around Spin and Win on track. He's ahead of him on the timing page because of the Ferrari's penalty. But now FBI has 8 seconds up the road, and this is where the real battle for the win is now. How much time can FBI agent make up in 11 laps with tires that are only 4 laps fresher? Furzy, Kobe, and Toneless all in the pits there. So Furzy getting that stop out of the way. We knew we still had to stop again. He puts the hards on. Kobe goes on to the hards, and we've got a yellow.
Then before, but looks like everyone's rolling, not seeing any problems.
Probably was just a driver trying to get out of the way while they were coming out of the pit lane. Toneless and Obese mode come out 12th and 13th. They were on fresh mediums, but there's a bit of a gap from Toneless to Ace in 11th, so they will try to push hard, try to make up some of that time. And as I'm saying that, the Alpines of Ace and Kuruma exchange spots. Ace with a DRS overtake up into P10. I believe they are actual teammates now. Yes, so not any reserves involved. 2 full-time drivers, and oh man, Kuruma. Did he lose?
Looks like his car just didn't turn.
Yeah, I wonder if there's a technical issue there. And he sends his teammate off, and Ace has some damage, I believe. Yep, he's missing an end plate. That'll bring out a full course safety car.
Great. I saw Ace turn around going the wrong way. Yeah, it wasn't great, whatever happened. But yeah, it looks like you were seeing some sort of technical issue. His car just didn't turn.
Yep, just went straight on, and it even reset him back to the track. He just went so far into the runoff area. So very unfortunate that your teammate gets involved in that.
He's elected to retire in the pits after all that eventfulness.
Yeah, I wonder if there was there's got to be. Oh, that was a VSC. Okay, so we are back to green. Llama actually comes in and will pit, but he does not get the benefit of the VSC.
He's going to go soft?
No, back onto the hards. But he's lost track position. He's definitely losing time to the leaders. I'm puzzled.
Definitely have a tire advantage. I would expect to see at least mediums, though.
JDJ will do the same thing. He'll go from hard to hard. Yeah, fascinating. So
with a 10-second gap to make up.
Yeah, it goes from being chased to chasing down Spin and Win and FBI agent. So an FBI, he loves this. He was gonna have to make up like 8/10 a lap or something like that for the rest of the race, and now he gets to cruise along in the lead with his closest competitor 4 seconds plus a time penalty behind, and Llama even further than that. So FBI agent cruising along in that Chrome McLaren, excuse me.
Definitely to keep an eye on Llama's pace and see how quickly he's making it up. I think he's got a chance. Won't be easy, but he's already made up probably about 1.5 seconds on his out lap.
I'm watching the interval drop by literally like a tenth a click. Every time the number changes, he's catching him by a tenth of a lap or a tenth of a second. So already down to 3 seconds behind Spin. What is that? Let me change over to the leader. Yep, just 8 seconds behind FBI. He is really digging right now. We got a glimpse of it after the first pit stop where he immediately set the fastest lap of the race. So certainly has the pace, and Spin and Win making another mistake, another time penalty for him. That'll bring Llama even closer. Speaking of penalties, let's take a look at what we're dealing with here. So Spin and Win has 6 seconds of penalties. That'll drop him to P3 on the timing page. Andy Wu, P4 in his PRL debut, but he has a 3-second penalty as Llama gets by Spin. Spin didn't try to fight that too much. But Wu with 3 seconds, and he is battling with Gord behind to try to stay 3 seconds ahead. As Llama sets the fastest lap, 1:18.4. We'll call that a 1:18.4.
Yeah, he made up about 1.2, 1.3 seconds that lap while getting by Spin and Win. So
yeah,
he's definitely on pace to get there by the end.
He is digging with just 7 laps to go. See, look at Chalice on the back of Gord Sauce and Furzy just behind. It's Gord P5, Chalice P6, and Furzy P7, but the 6-second time penalty will set him a bit further back. JDJ in 9th with a 3-second penalty. He's trying to stay ahead of Toneless. And then a couple of 3-second penalties near the rear of the field. Ace, Pickle Tickle, and Pixel Knight. Those should kind of balance each other out, but Vinny, P18 right now, watching that with interest. Furzy makes one move on Chalice. Does not quite get to Gord to make the second move into the chicane, but he will move to P6 on track. And he is digging. He'll get to the inside and then fall back in line behind the Mercedes for the time being.
What a tight group of 3 cars, though.
Llama once again, I think almost exactly a tenth faster that lap than the previous lap. He's within 5 seconds. Usually I have a tool with the on my phone that shows everyone's lap time, like previous lap time, that I like to use, but my phone is rapidly dying, so I cannot use it this race. But it'd be nice to have to see exactly how much faster Llama is than FBI Agent right now, but it's got to be a second. He is quickly pulling up to the McLaren.
Yeah, I think at this point it's not really a question of if he'll get there or not. I think he'll definitely get there. It's, harder to make the pass than to catch up. But I think we're at least going to have ourselves a battle here to watch.
We ran a bit wide out of that corner, caught a bit of curb, but still gaining on the timesheet. Within 4 seconds now. You could tell he's just pushing this car. And maybe that's why I went on the hards. Maybe the straight pace isn't there on the hards, but you can push a lot harder on the hards than you can on the softs. Well, you push too hard on the softs disappear. You push hard on the hards, then you burn through them, but there's so much tire to burn through.
Yeah, I think you got it. It seems to be what he's doing. Going a little harder than the guy in front, but he's got more tire to go with, and seeing the pace delta right now, he's making up just tons of time, and yeah, I mean, he might be in DRS range by the end of this lap even.
Finding another half a second this lap already. And so have a third of a lap to go. Could be knocking on the door of 2 seconds. And still there's 5 laps to go after this one. A couple other battles on track. So taking a look at P14 right now as Llama continues his quest for the top spot. Tour's trying to hold off this group of cars behind. They all have penalties, at least, but still, it feels nice to beat them on track. You never know what could get removed. So Furzy actually gets by Andy Wu for P4 on track. Still have some time penalties attached, but like I said, you want to be ahead of the guy. Doesn't matter what the timing sheet really says. It feels good to be in open air. No DRS detection in the chicane between the DRS zones, so he will not quite have DRS, but Llama within a second now. We've watched him just dig and dig for the last 5 laps since the safety car. Both of us were kind of scratching our heads at the decision, giving up the lead. Well, it was somewhat of a comfortable lead, but knowing that FBI agent would be able to cut into that lead with fresher tires, and Llama says, I'm going to be on the fresher tires. I'm going to be the hunter. You will be the hunted, FBI agent. He's going to have a chance here. Goes to the outside. The McLaren goes defensive. They are side by side into turn 3, leaving just enough room. Llama gets ahead, and just like that, he is back in the lead, turning a 1-stop into a 2-stop. So don't worry about it.
From the outside. Oh, what a caution.
Kobe
plays retiring in the pits.
Oh, that's unfortunate. It seemed like he was really making up some ground. FBI agent will get to the outside, though, with his DRS. And they head into the high...
Game sending Kobe's car back out into the track.
Of course. Hopefully we won't have any intervention there. Hopefully no cars will be affected by that. So Kobe will be sent to P18. Tough qualifying for him. Was making it up, but perhaps some issues on his end. Couldn't quite get remedied. A tough day for Haas, points-wise. Back to our leaders. Llama will have DRS, but FBI agent kind of pulling away here. Probably dumping some battery. Llama not quite getting close enough.
I wonder if Llama is just waiting until the last opportunity to pass him so that agent can't use DRS to get back around him.
Yeah, excellent point there. So many DRS zones on this track. Just trying to wait for the right time to strike. Not really leaving your opponent with a chance to retaliate. But man, he is all over the back of that McLaren. Just 2/10 behind now, and I feel like if the door is open for you, you have to take it. You got to keep that momentum up. Let's see if that happens here, as he will have DRS. The flap is open on the back of the Williams. He will get to the outside. They will go side by side to the chicane. The McLaren backs out. Probably a smart move. A big wobble from FBI agent, but Llama back in front. Whew, super defensive, then back to the outside. So Llama does take the opportunity. And these two will continue to scrap with 2 laps to go when they cross the line.
He wasn't quite able to clear the DRS gap there, but he does have a solid advantage coming here onto this front stretch, and I don't think FBI agent's going to be able to close that in even with the DRS. So I think he might have timed that just right.
Yeah, will FBI have DRS on this little straight section? He will, just barely. He's got to have a good end of Sector 1 and Sector 2 to remain in DRS to get to that wide open section on the back side of the course. But man, it did not go well for him. Lost a bunch of time, and he's not going to have DRS. He will not have the chance to retaliate. Very slowly, and we didn't even notice this. Spin and Win and Furzy have the same amount of time penalties, and they are attached to each other on track.
Ace Edge went around. Trying to get last by our leaders here.
Yep. Unfortunate for Ace there is, oh, spin into the grass. Keeps it going straight, but will lose the position to Furzy, and Furzy moves into the final podium spot. Ooh, for the time being, actually, is Andy Wu with the fewer, the smaller time penalty. We still have to keep an eye on that battle for P3. But HTL Llama won't have to worry about P3. He has to worry about one more lap around this track. One more go around Albert Park. Threw in the extra pit stop, said don't worry about it. I'm going to take the lead, and I'm going to pull away from FBI Agent by nearly 3 seconds over the course of a lap and a half. So Llama really flexing the pace here with a big wobble as he heads towards Sector 2.
Oh, I got a little nervous there. That looked a little close. He's in control of it. He's doing good.
A spin and win, starting to hemorrhage spots now, down to P5 and still has that time penalty. So Heavy Chalice might come into play for P5. So Llama heading into that heavy braking zone. For the final time, the right-hander into the tricky left-hander. Doesn't even have to nail it, just has to not screw it up too bad. And he can cruise all the way back to the finish. Llama makes it 5 in a row in PRL midweek. FBI Agent, a strong showing, but just couldn't keep up. He finishes second, 4 seconds behind his rival, Furzy. Pretty good race from him. We thought the 2-stop wasn't going to work out, but he was able to push all the way to the end and has the time penalty. He just misses out.
Thousandths of a second.
Wow. Just misses out. So Andy Wu in his PRL debut will get P3, the final podium spot. That was very, very close.
Welcome PRL, Andy. Nice podium. Heavy
Chalice did get by spin and win on the timing sheet. He will get the final position in the top 5. Let's see if we have any battles down here. We'll watch Pixel Knight and Pickle Tickle fight to the line. They've got some time penalties. So it'll really be Tours and Vinny Sips behind that'll be battling. Pixel Knight didn't get a lap in qualifying, but will finish P13 on track. That might drop to a P16, but that was a fun one. Different strategies. Guys moving through the field at different
strategies.
At different paces, and it made for
that way.
Quite the finish. So HTL Llama takes that top spot on the podium. That's an all-American podium. I feel like that's a rarity, even in midweek. So we look at our fastest lap goes to Llama. Driver of the day goes to Bronco. I missed where he finished. Toneless gets the most overtakes, and Spot Up Triples named cleanest driver by the game. Want to run through our final results, Tar Heels?
Yeah, let's do it. First place, HTL Llama and the Williams. Like Hoop said, it's his 5th win in a row, and he did it with that, great strategy call to make the 1-stopper into a 2-stopper. Completing the podium, FBI Agent Andy Wu. And the rest of the top 10, it's Furzy, Heavy Chalice, Spin and Win, Gourd Sauce, Toneless Death, JDJT, and Mr. Obese Mode. The rest of the field, in 11th we got Bronco, 12th we got Spotted Triples, in 2 Ors, Vinny Sips, the Pickle Tickle, Pixel Knight, Ace Edge, Kobe Plays, Kuruma, and New Plays round out the field. Those last 4 were all DNFs towards the end of the race.
So, Game went with Bronco for driver of the day. Who would you give driver of the day to, Tar Heels?
I mean, there's a lot of great drives out there. Honestly, I think I got to give it to Lama for you know, we were all wondering what he was doing coming in and making that second stop, but you know, he had the right idea. Obviously, he was able to take advantage of those fresh tires that you know in a way that no one else was. It wasn't on anyone else's radar. He knew what he was doing, and you know, he took full advantage of it. So I would have to give it to him just for that.
I think I'd
How about
agree.
you?
Yeah, I think I'd agree. Just having faith in his pace, being able, knowing that he'll be able to make up all that time, uh, and get back to the front. Probably made it a little bit more fun for him too. It's a lot more fun to be on the fresher tires and attacking than be on the old tires and worrying about uh, drivers behind you catching up. So probably a very fun drive for Llama and a very inspiring drive. So congrats on 5 in a row, and congrats on being the commentator selected driver of the day. Sorry, Bronco. Let's see. Next week, midweek, will be at Bahrain. Always an interesting one. So make sure to tune in same time. Perhaps we'll have a stream again next week. But thank you so much for joining me, Tar Heels.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me. I've done comms before for PRL solo, but this is my first time doing with somebody, and you know, it was a good experience doing it with someone as great as yourself. I really enjoyed it. We had a great race to commentate on. It's a
Yeah,
lot of fun.
yeah, very very glad we had a good one. Very glad we didn't have a dud to commentate as well. So thanks for joining me, Tar Heels. Hopefully we can do this again sometime. I've been Hoop BK, and this has been Performance Racing League Midweek. We'll see you next week.
See you guys later.